Hello and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there today. Today we're going to do a dish that's delicious, amazing to look at, but easy to do. Let's tackle a pizza pie. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is let's construct our dough, and that consists of 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of Crisco shortening. I recommend Crisco, it's the best, so why not? Okay, these are your dry ingredients. So once you have your salt, all-purpose flour, your 3 tablespoons of shortening, and use your pastry knife if you have one. My wife introduced me to this a long time ago, and man, it's been great. It's how you get, especially that shortening, to mix in with your flour real good. It disperses it and gets it all mixed in really nicely. So this is your dry ingredients. It's just 3 things, very simple. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of shortening. Set your dry ingredients aside, and then we're going to do our wet ingredients, which is also just as easy. For your wet ingredients, you use 1/2 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I'll just use regular white vinegar, 1 egg, and 1 egg white. This is a little egg separator here. It gets the white out and keeps the yolk up here. And I love the yolk. Y'all can think I'm weird, but I don't care. Beat your wet ingredients together. And then mix them with your dry ingredients. Then take a wooden spoon, preferably. Now you can use whatever you want to mix this together. I personally like a wooden spoon, so I always have my old friend Mr. Wooden Spoon standing by ready to serve faithfully. What you're going to do is mix this together and it becomes very doughy, as you can see. Alright, that's good right there. At this point, take you a little flour, dust you wherever you put your dough at. Might be a little too much flour, that's okay. And dump it out onto your flour, where you do your dough at. Why do I always struggle with that? I don't know. What you want to do is just knead this dough. Knead your dough. Get it mixed in and kneaded very well. And there we go. That's it. There's our dough. This is going to be our pizza pie dough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this in plastic and put it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 30 minutes. Refrigerator for 30 minutes. Okay, while your dough is refrigerating, what you want to do is take some mild Italian sausage. I got this at H-E-B. This is approximately 1 pound. It's actually just a little over a pound, which is fine. If it's slightly less than a pound, that's okay. If it's slightly more than a pound, that's okay too. So take your pound of Italian sausage and brown it. Once your Italian sausage is fully cooked, you want to go ahead and take it out of the pan. But what you want to do is when you do, you want to tilt your skillet like this and let that fat run off of there. See all that fat? When you tilt your skillet, I just put it up on a chopping board here, and then it just puts it at just the right angle and it lets all that fat run off of there. You don't want that going into your pizza pie. It's such a healthy dish. Why would we want to mess it up with a bunch of fat? Okay, once your dough's been in the refrigerator for a minimum of 30 minutes, then what we're gonna do is you lightly dust your rollout area, then you take your dough and just place it on there. And what we're gonna do, put a little more flour on there there we go. What you wanna do is you roll this out to where it's big enough to fill the bottom of your electric skillet and also go up the sides. And there's enough dough here to where even after you make a big rollout like that, it still has a nice thickness to it. Because this is a pie, a pizza pie, and it holds a lot of contents, stuff like tomatoes and all that, then you want to have a thick crust because it holds a lot of juices and stuff. And so that's why you want to do that. And then just roll it out, and we're going to drape it to the inside of our electric skillet. That's pretty big there. I think that'll do the job. And it's got a nice thickness to it, like I said. See, it's like about a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, so we put our electric skillet on 375. It's already turned on. Put you a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on there. I strongly recommend the California olive ranch. And if HEB, if you're listening, please carry California olive ranch, Livingston HEB. Okay, so what you want to do is, like I said, your pan's already turned on. You got olive oil in there. We're going to go ahead and drop our crust in. And you want the crust to go to the bottom, obviously, and then up the sides. And you have to work with it just a little bit to keep it, it'll try to flop over you a few times. You just keep pressing it, it'll be fine. Like that, see? Just press it back up there. And it'll start taking its shape and staying. And then we're going to start filling this up with really good stuff. Got to work with it a little bit. There we go. We're looking good. Like I said, it's already turned on. It's on 375. This is a big old pizza pie we're going to make. So we got it. Got your dough, your crust in, your pie crust in here, and it's worked up to just about the top edge of this electric skillet here. There we go. Now, the first thing we're going to put in is a very generous amount of mozzarella cheese. Cover the bottom generously with the mozzarella. Yeah, about like that. That's good right there. Next layer we're going to put in this fresh spinach. Obviously I did it at HEB. It's like $1 something for a big bag like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this fresh spinach leaves and we're going to chop them, and that'll be our next layer. Not finely chopped, just roughly chopped. And then we're going to take all this spinach and that'll be our next layer. Chop enough spinach to where it completely covers the mozzarella cheese. You don't want to even be able to see that mozzarella completely covered. Just get enough spinach in there to where it's covered. I think that should do it right there. That's good. Okay, after the spinach, the next thing we're going to dump in is our Italian sausage that we cooked a little while ago. Spread it around. Okay, the next layer you want to do is your tomato sauce. Obviously very important. I recommend ragu. Ragu's very affordable. Oh, where's the camera? There we go. Ragu's very affordable. And it's really delicious. This isn't the old world style. Reason I got this is it says mushrooms, so I thought that'd be kind of cool. So what you want to do is put in a layer of your ragu spaghetti sauce. No, it's not made from scratch. Don't hate. This stuff's delicious. And making spaghetti sauce is a very complicated thing to make truly authentic, delicious, real Italian spaghetti sauce. So you can get this at the store, and it's freaking delicious, man. So put your layer of tomato sauce in there. There we go. Yep, there we go. That'll do it right there. The next thing we're going to do is top this tomato sauce with, these are sliced stewed tomatoes at HEB. They're like 80 cents a can or something. And we want to do 2 cans is about how much it takes to completely cover the top of that tomato sauce. Make sure you drain these tomatoes real good because this pie is going to have a lot of juice in it, and we don't need the juice from that can. This pie will have plenty of tomatoey juiciness in it, as y'all's going to see. You don't have to actually use 2 cans, but it takes more than 1 can to cover the top of this tomato sauce with these stewed tomatoes. So what you want to do is get enough in there just to cover the top, and it takes more than 1 can. If it takes 2 full cans, that's what you got to do. Okay, once you have the tomato sauce completely topped with sliced stewed tomatoes from a can, the last ingredient we're going to put in this is this delicious shredded Parmesan cheese. Once again, you can get it at HEB. It's really cheap. Everything we do on these videos, everything's highly affordable, so, and easy to get, readily available. Everything you need. So you want to cover the top of these tomatoes with freshly grated or grated Parmesan cheese. Now what we're going to do, again, it's already cooking, as you can see. Our pan is at 375. We're going to put this lid on it, and we're going to let it cook for 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes now, so we're going to lift our lid, and there is our pizza pie. Let's turn our skillet off. Now that we've got it all constructed, we took the lid off and everything, there's 2 things we need to do. One, we need to just let this pie sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. And while it's sitting, what it's going to do is it's going to naturally separate itself from the skillet. And also, you want to take you a butter knife and just run it around the edges, because we got to lift this pie out of here so we can see it in all its glory. Okay, I let it sit here for 30 minutes, and just to be safe, I ran the butter knife around the edges one more time. Getting the meat pie, the pizza pie out of the pan is a little bit tricky. So, and it's not that hard to do, but it is a little tricky. So it takes 2 people. So what you want to do is you take one of your I call these flippers. Take your flipper, and then you just go like this. Okay, and then we insert our next one right here. There we go. Let's check this one more time. There we go, right there. Okay, and then we take our third one and we go like this. There we go. All right, and now I got Angel holding this one over here. I got these 2, and on the count of 3, Angel, we're going to lift it and we're going to put it right on here. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Thank you, Angel. Okay, so when you put your pie onto your plate, make sure it has raised edges like this, because I've made a lot of these pies, and when you cut into them, there will be some tomato juice that comes out, and you don't want it dripping over onto your table or counter or whatever. So make sure you use a real pizza pan that has raised edges, okay? And when I cut into this, you'll see it's gonna leak some tomato juice. That's okay. This is just such a super delicious dish here. So we're going to cut into this and see how it goes. Here we go. All right, here we go. Like I said, it's going to leak a little bit. That's okay. And there you go. Pizza pie. Wow, folks. That's one of my best ever. That is just super, super delicious. This pizza pie is so delicious, it will hold its ground to any restaurant out there. It's that good, I promise you. Just as a pointer, when you lift that pizza pie out of there, when you put that flipper up under there, you will be able to tell when it's up under the crust because it'll just slide across the bottom of the pan, okay? So you don't want to dig into your pie. Make sure you get it up under there. You can do it. It's not hard. Anyway, I hope you try it, and I hope you like it. This is really, really delicious. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, and you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com.